like a little different.
Yeah.
And I was just kind of like, okay. It's my number 2, and I hate this because I feel like it's very presumptuous if you do it. Don't talk about sex on the first date with me. You don't know me well enough for that. We are not on that level for you to even be bringing that up. So don't do it in any capacity. Alright? Because you will get shut down with the quickness. Don't do it. It's inappropriate. I'm just not getting to know you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, slow your roll. Ike, what's yours?
I'm actually writing all this stuff down. I really am.
Okay. Good. You trying to...
Be honest with you.
Yeah. Alright, so what's your number 2, Ike?
My number 2 is I have bad allergies already. Everybody knows that. And a woman has to know that she can't over-perfume. A little bit's okay, but over-perfume is too much for me. I actually will go back home and she's over-perfumed. You know what I mean?
Over-perfumed?
Yeah, like, I mean, I get that.
Too much perfume.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, I gotcha.
Because there's some women out there that just put that stuff on like, I don't know, it's like crazy. You can smell them like apple blossom.
It's like they bathe in it.
I've done that by accident.
You can smell them from like a mile away. That's crazy.
Yeah.
I can't deal with that. I really can't, to be honest.
Oh, okay. Yeah, he's like really about the appearance and the way you smell and all that
Yeah.
stuff like that. It's all good.
I need to take notes.
Yeah, I know. We can take those too. Like, hey, we can always learn something from guys. What'd you say?
I said I have obsessive compulsive disorder, so I let everybody know, you know what I mean? So it's like little things like that get to me.
Okay, I got you. Okay, so number 1 pick.
Number 1s. I'm gonna go with, just because I recently had to deal with this, is like, it's a big turnoff when a guy on a first date is like physically overbearing. Like, I like, you know, trying to like grab your hand, trying to kiss you, just things like that, especially when it's like not a mutual thing, you know, and they just kind of like force it upon you.
Yeah.
That is like the number 1, like, biggest turnoff ever to me. So that would be my number 1.
Okay. My number 1 is, you know, I don't even know if this is my number 1, but it's just the last one I'm going to say. And I've actually experienced, this is actually one of the ones I've actually experienced a lot. I don't like when guys, and I don't know why I keep getting guys who, keep meeting guys who do this, but they like assume that they know everything about you already. You know what I mean? Like, they already know the type of girl you are and what you haven't experienced. Like, oh, I can show you this and that because I already know that you haven't had this in your life. And I can give you that. You know what I mean? Like, I hate guys like that. Like, have you ever had a man tell you that this is this? I'm like, stop acting like you know me. Like, you don't know everything. Like, I know the type of woman you are and I know what you like. You don't know what I like. You're just not meeting me.
Yeah.
And guys, freaking, I've just, you know, I've met guys who do this. Even guys that I don't date or whatever like that. I'm not dating. I'm just like, you know, meeting or whatever, and we're having a conversation. I just don't like when you assume. Like, ask me about myself if you want to, but don't assume that you know everything already. All right. It's okay to be confident, but that doesn't make you a freaking psychic, dude. All right. What's your number 1 biggest turn off on a date? Ike.
This one really deep because if I go out with a woman and she's into me and she acts like she likes me, she's telling me the right things, but then she's always talking about this guy that's calling her still or this guy that's calling her. That stuff really gets to me. So I don't say anything during the date, but it does bug me if a girl does that. And she talks about how other people, still want to be with her, or she has a chance to be with this guy or something.
Oh, yeah. Nobody.
In my mind, I'm sitting there thinking, well, what the heck are you doing with me tonight? You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
Exactly. Go be one of them then.
To be out with that news,
Uh-huh. Alright, it's a good
But
one.
I've been very, very blessed, though, that the women I've hung out with are pretty. I know you were talking about women's hate earlier and stuff, so I won't say that more than that, but I've been, very blessed with some nice women out there.
Okay.
Some great people out there.
Some great people out there. Alright. Well, anybody got some first date stories they want to share before we get out of here?
Do you have any, Dima?
Any good first date stories? Man.
Okay, I'll start. So
Yeah.
I recently went on a date with a guy, and like I said, my number one biggest turnoff on a date is to be physically overbearing. And we were walking, and he kept like grabbing my hand to try to like hold it. And I mean, it's one thing if we like are standing somewhere, and if it's mutual and you guys are playing with each other's hands, you guys end up holding hands, fine.
Mm-hmm.
But don't walk by me and then grab my hand and interlock your fingers with mine, kind of thing, And
They're really trying to force it.
And it was like, it was multiple times, and then there'd be like times where I would just kind of like walk and kind of like let go because I'm going this way, kind of thing, kind of casually trying to do that. But aside from that, like a little after that, it was like, and I'm a nice person. Like I need to be more. Like speak up and like say something or be like, oh, like stop, don't do that, whatever. But I kind of just like take it upon myself to like reverse the action and just kind of let go. But after that, there was an incident in which he was like taking pictures or whatever, and he was just like, oh, like do you think like I could take a picture of like like you like blowing me a kiss on my cheek or whatever. And I was like, I don't know. Like, I was like, I don't know. And he's like, please, it's like just one, whatever. So I I was like, okay, fine, that's fine. It's harmless, whatever. So like, I like made the motion like I was like blowing a kiss to him like on his cheek, and he turned his head and kissed me, and I was like, what the heck? Like, I didn't know people did that. So it was kind of like.
You felt like a little violated just a little bit?
Yeah, like I was just like,
kind of like what we were talking about earlier with Jensen Ackles. Like, you can't do that.
Yeah, you can't do that to someone, especially if it's like not a mutual thing. Like and it wasn't even like that was capable of being mutual. That was being tricked. Like that was like a trick, and it was just like, that's not cute. Like, and like no, like nothing bad like to him, but it just rubbed me the wrong way. If someone else likes it, good for you. But I wasn't vibing with that. He's a cool guy, nothing bad or anything against him, but. For me, that just wasn't for me.
Nah,
like,
he's an F up. He should have known better than that.
Yeah.
Boundaries, man. If you're gonna go for the first kiss, just fill it out.
Yeah.
Just make sure it's the right time, and don't just completely catch her off guard. You gotta kind of have.
Don't trick her.
Yeah, before you go for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any like crazy first dates. Like I've had like not like I don't know. Like I don't date. Like I really just don't date anymore. Like it's just not even something I do. But I've had, situation with a guy getting real comfortable, like, on the first date. I've had one thing that freaking annoyed me. This guy, he took me to my favorite restaurant on a first date. And so I knew the menu, he didn't. So I knew what was good and what wasn't. I told him what to get. Like, this is really good. He didn't listen to me. He got, like, a little whack burger or something like that. So I had, like, my gourmet meal. It was all good. I said, you want to taste it? He was like, yeah. So I let him taste it. This dude ate half my plate. I literally took over, don't eat my food.
I told you to taste it, not to have it. Like,
exactly. Like, I gave you a taste. Like, and don't think just because you're dating somebody or something that you're obligated to share everything with them, because you are not.
Oh, no. No.
Yeah, did you see that?
I'm selfish with food, too. So
yes.
no.
Did you see that video that, like, went viral with this guy and this girl? She offered to buy him pizza, and he turned her down. And then as soon as she got her own pizza, he started eating it, and she got really, like, she went off. Like, I can't, like, it was, you would have thought, like, she found out he cheated on her. But she said it was, like, an ongoing thing that he does it all the time. And she's like, do you want anything? Do you want anything? He said no. And she's like, I'm hungry. Like, I don't want to share my food. And that's how I am, too. Like, I get stingy when I'm hungry. Like, I don't want to share my food. So don't think you're obligated to, like, have my plate. I don't care if that's yellow. It's the truth.
What about you, Ike? Do you have any, like...
good first date stories?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys know I was in a relationship for, me and my wife got together when we were teenagers, 13 years old, 14 years old.
Oh, wow.
That's cute.
We really didn't do a lot of dating back then, so I've been alone for the last 6 years, and I had a good girlfriend that I've been out with, one girl, she invited me to a Christmas party, right?
Uh-huh.
So she said, just dress casual, right? So I'm like, I throw on some nice shoes, some slacks, and a button-up shirt, and I brought a tie just in case, right? So we get to this big old mansion, and everybody's like in tuxedos and stuff, and I'm like, oh my God. So I was pretty embarrassed. be honest with you. I did because I'm a cool, calm, collected guy. I went into the party, I hung out, I ate, and, had a good time, but, I was just kind of out of place. I think I looked like the house, I didn't look like I didn't look like I was there for the party. But she didn't give me a heads up, or else I would have got me a tuxedo. I would have rented one or something, because I don't own a tuxedo. But I would have rented one or something if I would have known. So it's just kind of funny that I would have did that with somebody,
I would be mad because it's when you're like not dressed appropriately, kind of puts you in a state of unease, and you're kind of like not comfortable the whole time, and people are talking to you all well dressed, and you're like in jeans, and you're just like, I don't feel comfortable.
Wait,
right now.
did she go dressed up though? Like, was she appropriately dressed?
when she showed up to the house, she looked like she was going to a prom.
Oh,
So
wow.
She had this red dress. It was a beautiful dress, But I didn't think nothing of it. I was like, okay, we're going to this party, and we got there. And like I said, everybody was just dressed up, So, and she picked me up, so I didn't have no way.
You were stuck.
Oh, man.
That sucks.
That does suck.
Alright. It could have been worse.
Yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Anybody in the chat got any wild first date stories?
They have all the food and everything, but there was a couple guys that made a comment. They were like, I feel like going to get a bottle of whiskey. I feel like we're car salesmen. I just kind of blew it off, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I guess I just like a car salesman when I went to that party. So I guess they were joking about me a little bit. So.
That's not right.
I had an awesome time with dinner, so I can't complain.
Yeah, I would have been like, I got free food out of this.
Yeah,
I don't care.
Whatever. Yeah, so it looks.
The woman was actually a really nice woman, so I just like.
That's cool.
Yeah, I'm sure she didn't do it intentionally.
Yeah, that would be a weird thing to do intentionally.
Yeah.
Let me make my day as uncomfortable as possible.
Yeah.
I kind of think she didn't know either, that it was going to be like that. After I talked to her a little bit, I kind of think that she didn't know. I almost lost my head at the end of that.
Oh, okay.
I think she didn't know, so hopefully she didn't know, because if she knew, I think that would really be messed up that she did me like that without telling me to do it.
Yeah. That's not cool.
But that's the only thing I can think of that's oddballish or anything out of the ordinary.
Oh, okay. Not too bad. Not too bad. There's people who've had worse, much worse. Aww.
Yeah.
That's so nice. Goals, 20 years with a beautiful wife and not have to worry about all that stuff. Alright, guys. We do gotta bring the show to an end, though. It's time to get out of here. Had so much fun with you guys tonight. Ike, Anissa, everyone in the chat. Shout out to all the live listeners. There's so many of you tonight, and I think it's because of the very famous Ike Diaz on the show right now.
Yeah. Yeah, so thank you, Ike.
Yeah. Brought in the listen.
Thank you guys for letting me be on the show. Want to get a promote a little bit or no?
Absolutely. We need that.
Okay, hey, you guys want to check me out live at the Stampede this Friday? I'll be your host of the evening for the show. It's one of the biggest venues in Colorado. So make sure and check me out live. I'll also be at Fiddler Green. I don't know what they call it now. Next Saturday, I'm live. I'm opening up for a big name act. You can Google it if you'd like to. So if you are listening in Colorado, you know what I'm talking. You know the shows I'm talking about. So and then I'll be going to Florida here next month. So I'm really excited about that. So it's a great time. We're having fun. Make sure you check out the Lounge every Wednesday with Dina Relove and Anissa. It's an awesome podcast. They have a great time and we enjoy listening. So I thank you for letting me be on. I want to tell them all the podcasts like I do on every show. I know we're running out of time, you said. So.
No, yeah, go ahead. Shout out the other podcast so people want to know when to tune in.
I hope everybody can hear me, but Monday you got the idea for a big lady, the Conor Miller Sports Show. And then on Tuesday, you got the idea Deborah Scarberry for the CWT. Wednesday, you